We all like going back in time and imagining how things could have gone differently. Like, what if I made different choices? Would I have ended up here?
It's been 6 months and still no leads on the whereabouts of the escaped convict known as the Roofman.
When I first heard about this movie, when I first saw the first picture of the two of you back in June, I thought, well, this has got to be embellished, right? Jeff,
Yeah.
He's robbing McDonald's, climbing through the roof, escaped from prison, living in a Toys R Us. But it's not. How did the two of you react when Derek comes to you with this story?
Well, I took a really long walk with Derek, and we had met each other a long time ago. Like I think it's like 15 years ago or something, when I did a movie called Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, and then we re-met each other down the road, and we took like literally a 6-hour walk through Prospect Park. And he didn't tell me about the story, but we just sort of got to know each other for real. And then it was like 9 months went by, and then my agent calls me and tells me he wrote a script for me. And I was like, what do you mean you wrote a script for me? And he's like, yeah, you want to read it? And I was like, yeah, I want to read it. And then I read it, and I just couldn't believe it. I'm like a fan of Derek's movies. And then I read the thing, and it was not only just such beautiful writing, but I felt so like obviously connected because he had met me and then literally went back, and he had already written a version of the script, but wrote it like in my voice. And it just felt like a glove being put on. And it's just, I don't know, I felt honored and also terrified that now I was gonna have to kind of live up to that thing, and then you just jump off the cliff.
I wanted to be part of it with all of them, you know?
I would like to introduce you to someone who made a generous toy donation.
That's so kind of you.
So, John, I understand you work for the government.
So it's a little classified, so.
I never knew we had an intelligence unit here in Charlotte.
Oh, are you law enforcement?
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's amazing.
Derek Cianfrance, I mean, he makes such great movies. Both of you have worked with amazing directors throughout your career.
Yeah,
How did he get the best out of the two of you? Or what makes him unique?
Man, he's relentless. He really is. There's no small scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, in all movies, like you'll read, you'll be like, oh, this scene is him eating cereal, like as he comes in, pours himself some cereal, and then goes to like turn on the TV. Mm-hmm. That turns into like this like 3-hour long, like, just exploration of everything, and putting real meaning and care into every single moment, and not just letting something be frivolous or just filler or to connect the dot. Everything is an all-in, all-hands-on-deck moment to try to make it the most it can possibly be. I haven't worked with anybody that is as relentless as him.
Just feel so taken care of. And when you're working with someone who appreciates the kind of acting that you like and that he likes, like the type of acting that doesn't feel like acting, and that's what he nurtures, it's, that's the experience you want as an actor. So for me, it was, that's it for me. That's the vibe that I love.
Good morning, team. No, don't be scared. Kind of like I was not good at hurting people. Dwayne, get your coat.
I don't have one.
Are you serious? Here.
How'd you connect with the real life Jeff?
I mean, we're both dads, and I think we both came from a very similar sort of upbringing. Like he had a good upbringing, by the way. He's very explicit. He's like, my mom loved me, my dad loved me. He would even say that like on the phone, or to everybody. He wants to make sure that he didn't do all this because he didn't have a good childhood or something. And I had a good childhood, but you still get in your own trouble, and you still kind of make trouble for yourself in a way like we all do as kids. And I think that, we went into the military. I almost went into the military, and it just, those things are little, but then when you just talk to each other, you just realize that you have a lot in common about the way you love. I think I love sometimes too big, that I don't look and see like what's actually happening, is because I'm telling myself what I want and not what's actually happening sometimes. And he just wants to be a dad. He just wants to be loved, and I think we all want to be loved in a way. But I don't know. The moment I talked to him, I realized that I was like, wow, we're gonna have a lot more in common just without even trying, I guess. But you know, bad choices, I've made a lot of them. Like a ton of them.
Also, okay, that's like weird. It's okay
that's
to
life. Yeah.
want to be loved.
Yeah. Yeah,
We all, that's just human.
I agree.
We just want to be loved.
So what does he do? He just calls you?
Yes.
You don't call him?
No, you cannot call him. He is in super max prison. He doesn't even
Derek.
get to go out on the yard. They are keeping that man inside of those walls. And so he can call you. You got 15 minutes, and then they cut it off, and that's it. And so it doesn't matter where you're at. I remember I was like talking to my daughter's like teacher at school, and like Jeff calls, and I was like, sorry, 1 second. Like prison's calling me. Like, and then I like run away and like I'm like, hey man, what's up? What's going on? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at an elementary school.
What does that caller ID say?
It says Jeffrey Manchester, so you know who's actually calling. Yeah.
Kirsten, what did you have any contact with the real life Lee?
I met her on set, but Derek had talked with her at length, and the thing that I kind of took away from all of it is that she didn't have any resentment towards him or what happened. Like, she fondly looks back at this time as something that was one of the best times in her and her kids' lives. So to carry that love and that grace with me in this is what was a guide for me. Yeah.
Channing, we're going to see you next year in Avengers. I think it's going to be the biggest movie of all time. What's it like for you to revive this? I mean, everyone knows you were going to do it, and then you didn't get a chance, and now you get sort of a second chance.
Yeah, I think life teaches you patience. You don't come in with patience, and like, man, I went on such a journey with that thing, and then it kind of got taken away. And I really did. I spiritually let it go. It was hard too, because it was like my childhood like superhero. And then Ryan really he gave me a shot. First he called me. He's like, "Hey, would you do this if I can convince Feige? I just want to make sure that you can do it." And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" And I always believed in this character because he was always just the coolest one to me. He wasn't like a superhero that wanted to save the world. He was like a very conflicted character. He was a thief. He was a bit of an outcast even inside of the X-Men. And I knew that the reasons why I loved him, and I thought people would love him. And like, turned out that, Ryan and I were right. Like, I don't know, he's a fun character. You can kind of throw him into any scene and he disrupts it. Kind of like Deadpool. You can throw Deadpool in almost into any scene, wherever, and he's gonna make waves. He's gonna, like, things are gonna be different. He has a dialect. He's from a place. Like, he flirts with everything. And like, literally,
it does?
It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a robot. It could be like a man, woman, and he's just like, "What's up, shit?"
I love it.
So it's just fun to play. He's like a wry character.
Police believe the Roofman may still be in the area.
What the? Oh my God! Oh my God!